What is going on, y'all? It is the Caveman back at it again with another video. And as everybody knows already, the NFL Combine is officially underway, and these young stars have already been putting on a show for all of us to see. But I have something to get off my chest in relation to the Combine. But before we get into that, you guys know the drill around here. Mott's applesauce, if you're ever hungry, thirsty, whatever it might be, Mott's applesauce will satisfy whatever satisfying you need to satisfy. The Caveman guarantee. I promise it will never fail you. With the NFL Combine officially commencing, we're really getting to get the first taste of the 2022 offseason. Every year we go through the same damn cycle. We get the Combine, we get excited, and then there's free agency, then there's the draft, and then we wait those last couple months to the season. We go through the same shit every year. And as I mentioned, I have something I wanted to get off my chest in relation to the NFL Combine. I haven't really ranted on this channel in a while, so I felt like this was a solid opportunity. I'm sure as everybody has seen over the last 24 to 48 hours, because it's been literally everywhere, these young wide receivers are pretty damn fast if you ask anybody. I mean, I think there were 7 or 8 wide receivers that ran under a 4.4 40-yard dash time. That is pretty ridiculous. It really is pretty damn cool to be able to see these young stars showcase their best attributes and abilities at the Combine. And for guys that are fast like this, it really is a sight to see. Traquon Thorton out of Baylor ran a 4.28 40-yard dash. Anything under 4.3 is just, I mean, it's just incomprehensible, man. I could not imagine being that fast. It felt like just yesterday we were watching John Ross break the 40-yard dash record with a 4.22 official time. That was nuts, and it skyrocketed his draft stock all the way to the first round where he was drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals. With that being said, that's kind of where this video is going. The whole point of this rant. It's the fact that the NFL Combine and some of the things that go on during the Combine, although very impressive, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. Speed in the game of football is very important. Being able to be fast, it's an advantage, especially at the wide receiver position. Anybody that's slow, you're going to have a little bit of a tougher time getting any kind of separation from anybody. But we're also entering a day and age where every single NFL wide receiver is stupid fast. It seems like these freak athletes are growing on trees, and we measure how quick they are by these milliseconds, and it makes us think that it's actually going to make a difference in how they're going to perform in the NFL, when in all reality, it really doesn't matter. We get so caught up in looking at it, we get so caught up in watching him and looking at how amazing it is, it makes us think that, oh wow, his draft stock just skyrocketed because he happened to break a 4.4 40-yard dash time. But I mean, like I said, and maybe for some guys, it really does make a difference. But for others, I think it just tricks us into thinking they're better than they actually are. And Tyreek Hill has a ton to do with this. He came on the scene and he's been making an impact in a way that no other NFL wide receiver has ever been able to do. I mean, this guy really makes NFL defenses play completely different just because of the way he's able to stretch the field. And I think ever since Tyreek Hill has come on the scene, NFL teams and fans in general have been looking for the next Tyreek Hill. They've been trying to find somebody that could replicate, that could duplicate what he does on a week-to-week basis, but I just don't think that's possible. I think Tyreek Hill is one of a kind, and nobody is really going to be able to do what he does as well as he does. Tyreek Hill was drafted in the 5th round of the 2016 NFL Draft, and I feel like ever since then, there's been at least one guy drafted relatively high purely because of their speed. And of course, we had John Ross, who definitely would not have gone as high as he did if he did not break that record. He's the prime example of the point I'm trying to make. I mean, the dude was fast, but he had nothing else to go along with it, and he was bogged down by injuries, but still, he certainly was not supposed to be drafted that high. Back in 2019, Marquise Brown was drafted in the 1st round of that year's draft as well, and he had a pretty decent year this past season, but still, he has not been able to pair the rest of his game with that insane speed to make that crazy impact that a guy like Tyreek Hill can. And then in 2020, we had Henry Ruggs as well. The guy was known for his speed, and I think he was making a relatively decent impact in his 2nd season until things just didn't go to plan. And there were guys before Tyreek Hill that were drafted relatively high because of their speed. Brashad Perriman is a prime example back in 2015. He has not panned out at all. Tavon Austin, the college demon that can burn anybody, we know how that's gone too. So I guess to come to a grand conclusion for this video, what I'm trying to say is that what happens at the NFL Combine, no matter how fast a player runs a 40-yard dash, it really should not have that much of an impact on a player's draft stock. Yet year after year, I feel like the public gets fooled by an individual who runs a super fast 40-yard dash, or even a franchise gets fooled into drafting them far too high, and then it just ends up backfiring completely. And I think the Combine, in all reality, is just kind of becoming a distraction tool. And it's a cool distraction tool, don't get me wrong, and I think some of the stuff you get out of it is actually relatively important, but who's really to say how indicative it is of an NFL player's success? And I guess you'd have to do more research to really figure that out. But it's just my opinion. I wanted to rant today. I want to know your thoughts down in the comment section below.